Welcome in to Let's Make Up with Carol J. I wanted to come on here today in, I guess I could say lieu of P. Diddy, Sean Puppy Combs, Puppy, whatever y'all want to call him. Y'all know him. Had the audacity to come out with a reply to the video that was released a couple of days ago by Fox News, showcasing him acting a complete fool in the hotel that he and Cassie were staying in. We don't really know the details as to why they were at the hotel. One thing I did find out about the hotel, and this happened, I believe, in 2018, and because of the statute of limitations in Los Angeles, California, 5 years are up, so he can't be charged. The issue I have with that is why he need to be charged. The second thing I want to say about the entire deal is he just act a fool on that video. If you have not seen him on that video, you need to check the video out. Just Google Sean Puppy Combs Cassie video, just video abusive, just video, you'll be able to find it. So I looked at it, and the entire time I looked at it, I believe my girl T, I'll call her T, my sister, sent me the video and said, girl, this video. But when I looked at it, I didn't really know what to expect. All I knew is that within 5 minutes of watching it, my mouth was hung open, and my mouth remained open in shock with how he was acting a fool. Y'all hear Diamond? So anyway, here it is, Sunday, May the 19th, maybe the 18th. I'm not sure. One of those days. Look at your calendar. I'm not sure. But what I want to tell y'all is that I had been working on a video from Wednesday of last week. When this came out, I thought it was important to come right now on this and tell y'all how I feel about this situation. Ironically, I was looking at YouTube and just looking up a lot of things, getting a lot of more information on Sean Puppy, P. Diddy, whatever you want to call him, Diddy, Sean Combs. And so much stuff is coming out of the woodworks. So many people are attached to him. I do believe, and I have to say this, that a lot of people are coming out with a lot of things because they want to make themselves relevant. They want news stations to contact them so that they can speak. They want TMZ to contact them so that they can speak, so they can be offered the mighty dollar to spill the beans. So I do kind of agree with Stevie J and P. Diddy in saying that people are trying to go after him to get money. I don't believe that all of the allegations are being brought forth as a result of getting money. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is all these other generic people, security guards, I'm not going to name any names, but there are people who are coming out of the woodwork, coming out of everywhere, from every direction, having something to say about this situation. And I expect that. Heck, I'm having something to say. But what I'm saying is I'm not trying to ask for money. I believe a lot of these people are trying to get a quick payday. However, the ones that have the allegations, are due a quick payday. They are. So anyway, it's just a whole mess. It's just a whole mess. So anyway, let's talk about this apology that he gave. First of all, you need to shave. It looked like you have just deserted yourself 100%. You said you don't care. You just getting in front of the camera any kind of way. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, he wouldn't have gotten in that camera had they, meaning the authorities, not put it in and out to the public that they weren't prosecuting him. A good lawyer would have told him not to do that. But to be frankly honest with you, a good attorney would have told him not to say anything. He shouldn't have said anything, even though it was deemed as an apology, because that is what he said in the beginning of the video, that he was acting up. He went to go on and say that he was under the influence, that he had to get into therapy, and he also had to go to rehab. So that's indicating influence. I believe a good attorney would not have allowed him to do that. In addition to that, or would have suggested that he not do it. In addition to that, the apology that P. Diddy gave, in my opinion, wasn't sincere, because basically what he did was, I'm sorry, but. What do you mean, Carol? I'm sorry, but because I was doing things that I had a full choice to decide whether or not I wanted to partake in those things, this is what happened as a result of that. I think he went on to say he was disgusted. You should be just disgusted, sir, with your whole life. But I believe the reason he came out with the so-called apology, because honey, that was not an apology, is because he knows he's in deep trouble. He appears to be out of the country. He appears to be somewhere in a tropical area, just trying to relax and recoup. He owns property still here. His family is here. So he has to come back. He has to come back, number one, should they prosecute him to the full extent. And that is what they plan on doing. I believe that apology was done so he wouldn't look so much as a bad person. That darkness that's attached to him, in his mind, he thinks, if I apologize, I won't look so much like a monster. Now, boo-boo kitty, that video of you stomping on that young lady, you know what, was disgusting. But me and my husband were talking, and we were like, are you kidding? This man woke up out of his sleep and wanted to get to her, Cassie, so bad that he just wrapped a towel around him. So he didn't even care that in his foolishness, the towel could have gotten snatched, or the towel could have failed, and all his business would have been exposed. He didn't even care about that. He was so concerned about catching Cassie. Narcissist behavior. Okay? Always wanting to be in control. Wants things your way. And nobody else's thought process or way is important. What I found really important about the video is this: that poor soul, Cassie Ventura, I believe is her name, in looking at the video, did anybody notice her duck and cover behavior? That duck and cover behavior, and if you don't know what duck and cover is, she ducked her head and put her hands around her head to protect herself. So duck and cover is a protection mode that a lot of persons that are physically abused do. She probably felt in her head because it's happened so much. I am going to be hurt. But he's not going to get my face this time. Or I'm not going to have visible injuries on my upper body that will show that I got beat. Thank God the hotel still had the footage. And I believe this footage that we seen in that video, somebody leaked that, but I believe the footage that we seen in that video is very, very, very heavy in prosecuting Mr. Diddy. Now, I do believe that I wish it hadn't been leaked, because it allows myself and other persons to take on a lot of different thoughts, personal thoughts. But this video definitely shows us why Mr. Diddy decided to pay her off. He knows if he had went to court and the jury, the judge, and all those people in that courtroom would have seen that video, he probably would have came out of pocket more than $35 million, because he stumped that lady like she didn't have no soul. He literally stumped her like I've seen people do animals, which is not right either. But that's sad. In closing, I just want to say this. Like I've been saying in every video that I have done, Mr. Diddy, Sean Combs, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, whatever y'all want to call him, it appears, my dear, or sir, that you are going to prison. And now what you're doing, as the narcissist you are, you're just trying to pull up all kinds of stuff. I'm going to do an apology. But what about all the other people who have alleged all the other things that you have done? My husband and I were looking at this video on YouTube. And it's a video on P. Diddy's birthday some years ago. He done pulled Chris Rock out of the audience. Now, if he pulls Chris Rock out of the audience in his house, that goes to show you how big that house is. But let me explain something to you. The bed that he pulled Chris Rock onto, yes, he pulled him onto this enormous bed. I don't know how big that bed was, but the bed was so big. It was so big, oh my God, that it made Chris Brown and Puffy look really tiny. It was huge. You know how you see bobbleheads, the little bobblehead figures, and the bobblehead, the head of it is huge in relation to the body that it's holding up. That's how they look like little bobbleheads on that bed, because the bed was so huge. But my question is, and some might say, girl, please, why are you pulling people up on your bed, your big enormous bed, at your party? Because you have freak offs at your party. Y'all, the bed would, and this is just my opinion, the bed appeared to be big enough for at least 50 people to be in it comfortably. I kid you not. The bed was big. He, Puffy, and Chris Brown were at the end of the bed singing and acting up, and there were people in back of them, and it was so much bed. Just want to say this. To be frankly honest with you, I'm very tired of seeing his face all over social media. I'm very tired of what people are saying about him, because it appears that it's getting worse and worse. My hope in the whole entire thing is not rehabilitation in the sense of allowing him to go into a program and get out. My hope for rehabilitation is him being incarcerated, put in prison. Because what we have to do, the message that needs to continuously go out, is no matter how much money you have, when you do not obey the laws, you too can end up in prison. Take a look at Mr. R. Kelly. If you haven't seen the video, go look at it. It's disgusting. He's disgusting, and he needs some help. Go ahead and put your comments in the comment section. I will be coming up with another video that's a lot longer than this one. So it'll probably be like, you'll probably be like, well, oh, she's going backwards. No, I'm not. This is just something that I wanted to get on because it's fresh. This video that I'm coming out with is still a follow-up from all of the ones, because the reality is it keeps going and going and going. This thing right here is not going away. It just keeps growing and going and going and going. People are popping up out of the woodwork. And my husband was saying a lot of people are trying to get quick paydays. I do believe that may be the case. But quick paydays, in my opinion, isn't applicable to someone who had to deal with the abuse and mistreatment that they were given at the hands of this person. When you do people wrong, you have to be dealt with legally in the way that our country says that you have to. Our states say that you have to. The bottom line is this: you did something wrong to a whole bunch of people. Everybody, my mama used to tell me this, tell me and my siblings, ain't no one person wrong all the time. You don't have all those people coming after you saying you did this, all these allegations, because you're a billionaire. Now, you will have some liars. You will. But everybody ain't on you because you're a billionaire. Your videos and what you do and have done to persons shows who you truly are. Those are my thoughts. Go ahead and leave me some comments. The dogs are getting restless. I'll talk to you all. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed evening. Bye-bye.